The United States has moved to clarify that while Kenyans are free to elect whoever they want as president, there will be consequences for their choice. U.S. Assistant Secretary of State and African Affairs Johnnie Carson says Kenyans must be careful not to make choices that will affect the country negatively. KTNs Edith Kimani with this latest development.
With just over 3 weeks to go before the country heads to the poll, the U.S. is increasingly putting a spotlight on Kenya. And it began with this direct message from President Obama.
The choice of who will lead Kenya is up to the Kenyan people. The United States does not endorse any candidate for office, but we do support an election that is peaceful and reflects the will of the people.
But now Carson says the choices Kenyans make will not be without consequences.
Choices have consequences. We live in an interconnected world, and people should be thoughtful about the impact that their choices have on their nation, on their region, on the economy, on the society, and the world in which they live. Choices have consequences.
The statement from the U.S. comes in the wake of suggestions that Western nations were bent on imposing sanctions on Kenya if the two ICC suspects Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto were to be elected. But Carson remained non-committal on the specific actions, if any, his government would take against Kenya in the event of a Jubilee win. Jubilee presidential hopeful Uhuru Kenyatta and his running mate William Ruto have sought to dispel fears that their victory would spell doom for Kenya.
Lakini kule walikuwa wanasema msichague wakina Uhuru, mkiwachagua watafungwa. Si ni kweli ndio walikuwa wanasema? Sasa wale wazungu wenyewe wa kesi wanasema endeleeni chagueni hawa watu. Si huyo ni Mungu?
The cases at The Hague are due to start in April, nearly the same time a presidential runoff would be held should the race not end in the first round. Many diplomats based in Nairobi insist the election is purely a Kenyan affair, but analysts believe the exercise will be closely monitored in Western capitals. Edith Kimani for KTN.